Before we dive into the main topic, please take a moment to subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, like this video, and leave a comment to support the channel. Your engagement truly helps.
Welcome! Today, we're going to tackle a topic that's part of conversations all over the world: sports. In this explainer, we're going to learn exactly how to talk about them in English. So, let's get started.
Wow, just look at all these different activities. We see people playing with balls, we see someone swimming, we see someone else skiing in the snow. By the end of this, you'll know how to talk about all of them and a whole lot more. So here's our game plan for today. First, we'll learn the names of a bunch of different sports. Then, and this is super important, we'll figure out when to use the verbs play, go, or do. After that, we'll learn the words for the places where sports happen. And finally, we'll put it all together and practice asking and answering some questions. Let's begin. Okay, let's jump right into our first section. You know, the first step to talking about sports is, well, you gotta know their names, right? We're gonna start by looking at two main groups of sports.
First up, we have ball games. Pretty simple, right? These are all sports that use a ball. I'm going to say each one slowly so you can repeat it and practice how it sounds. Ready? Football, rugby, American football, basketball, badminton, baseball, tennis, volleyball, and table tennis. Now, keep these sports in mind because they all follow a very special rule that we're going to learn in just a minute. And now for our second group, other popular sports. This is kind of a mix of everything else, from water sports to martial arts. Let's go through them just like before: running, swimming, sailing, kayaking, horse racing, judo, karate, skiing, snowboarding, and motor racing. Excellent! That's a lot of new vocabulary to get us started.
Okay, we've arrived at what is probably the most important part of this whole explainer. In English, we don't just use one verb for all sports. Nope. You have to choose between play, go, or do. Let's figure out how to get it right every single time.
This table right here, this is the key to everything. It gives us the complete rule in one simple spot. We use play for ball games. We use go for sports that end in ing, and we use do for martial arts like judo. So really, you just have to remember these three categories. Let's take a closer look at each one now. Let's start with play. This is the verb we use for sports with balls. Remember that first list we made? Football, tennis, basketball? All of those use play. It's also for competitive games where you're trying to win against another person or another team. So you play tennis, you play basketball, and you play football. Simple enough, right? Next up, we've got go. And this one has a very simple rule. If the name of this sport ends with the letters ing, you use go. For example, running ends in ing, so we say go running. Skiing ends in ing, so it's go skiing. Snowboarding, you guessed it, go snowboarding. It's a really nice, consistent pattern. And our final verb is do. Now, this one is for a more specific group of activities. We use do for things like self-defense and martial arts. The two examples we learned earlier were judo and karate. So you would say, I do judo, or he does karate. It's a smaller category, which actually makes it easier to remember. So, let's recap. Play for balls, go for ing, and do for martial arts. Got it? Great. We know the names of the sports, and we know the correct verbs to use with them. So what's next? Let's talk about where these sports actually happen. Every sport has a special place, and we're going to learn the names for them now. For games like tennis, badminton, volleyball, and basketball, the place you play is called a court. For football and rugby, those huge green fields they play on, those are called a pitch. And of course, for swimming, we go to a swimming pool. So, for example, you could say, I play tennis on a court, or they play football on a pitch.
So what if you want to do a bunch of different sports all in one place? Well, a lot of towns have a sports center. A sports center is just a big building or an area where you might find a swimming pool, basketball courts, and all sorts of other facilities together. It's a really useful word to know.
All right, this is it. It's time to put all of our new knowledge together. We have the vocabulary, we've got the grammar, we even know the locations. Now, let's learn some common questions and answers so you can have a real conversation about sports. Here's a very common, very direct question. Notice the verb, play. Why? Because football is a ball game. Do you play football? You could just swap football for any other ball game. For example, do you play tennis? Or do you play basketball?
And here is a really simple way to answer. Yes, I play tennis. See? Someone asked about football, but this person is answering about a different sport they enjoy. And notice they also use the correct verb, play, because tennis is a ball game. You could, of course, just say, no, I don't. But this is a great example of how to answer positively.
Now, this is a more general question. Do you do any sports? In this question, the verb do is just being used in a general way to mean participate in. This is a fantastic question to ask if you don't want to ask about one specific sport. It's a perfect conversation starter. And just look at this answer. Yes, I go swimming. The person answers with the specific sport they do and notice the verb they use, go. This is a perfect example of our rule, right? Because swimming ends in ing. This is exactly how these rules are used in real conversations.
Here's another amazing question you'll hear all the time. What's your favorite sport? This is just a simple way to ask which sport someone likes the most. It's a really nice way to learn about someone's interests. And a super simple way to answer is just like this. I like motor racing best. You can replace motor racing with any sport at all. I like football best, or I like skiing best. That little word best at the end just means the most. So we've covered the names, the verbs, the places, and the questions. You now have the tools you need to talk about sports in English. So I'll ask you, what's your favorite sport? Think about your answer and think about the right verb to use. Let us know in the comments below.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like, and leave a comment to support the channel.